I'm joining once again this morning with the honor of introducing to you one of my dearest friends and colleagues in the United States Senate, and that is Senator Doug Jones. So I hope all of you caught Doug Jones's speech last night. There was one really critical point that I wanted to just draw out, because he made the point that all people want to be treated with dignity and respect and given the same opportunities. No matter where you come from or who you are, we all want to create a better future. And that's something that Doug and I have been fighting for many years. And I'm proud to have him, I'm proud to work alongside him in the United States Senate. He is the former U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama, and now has served as the U.S. Senator from Alabama, and he's been fighting for equality his entire life. Doug successfully prosecuted the Klansmen who carried out the 16th Street church bombing in Birmingham, and after many, many, many years, finally brought justice to the families of the 4 little girls who were murdered. Doug stands for equality and justice even when it's unpopular. Doug works across the aisle to get things done for Alabamians and is focused on the kitchen table issues that matter to folks in Alabama and everywhere, including Wisconsin. I have worked with him in terms of expanding access to affordable health care, expanding Medicaid, protecting people with pre-existing conditions, supporting quality education, and standing up for our farmers and manufacturers. Alongside Kamala Harris, Doug worked to secure permanent funding for historically Black colleges and universities, and he successfully repealed the military widows tax on Gold Star widows. He knows how to get things done. Even when Washington is as divided as it is right now. So I'm so happy to be joined today by my good friend, Doug Jones. He is facing a tough re-election effort this fall, and I know we're gonna do everything we can to help him win in November. He even has a few of my staffers working on his campaign right now, so I know he's in good hands. But take it away, Doug.
Tammy, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's great to be with the folks in Wisconsin, even virtually. I was so looking forward to coming up to Milwaukee this year, and unfortunately, things are different. I was looking forward to a Brewers game. I was looking forward to so much up there, but it is what it is, and we are where we are, and we are here in part virtually. I think because of the lack of leadership that we've seen out of this administration, and we've got to make those changes so that we can come out of this pandemic as quickly as we can, but also come out of it better, stronger, and a more just society. You know, you folks are very fortunate to have Tammy Baldwin in the United States Senate. All of those things she talked about working with me on, it has been not just a delight, but just a learning experience for me. She's a great mentor to help me navigate the things that are going on in the Senate in a difficult time. I mean, you know, I've got that very more moderate voice sometimes in our Democratic caucus, but thanks to Tammy and so many others in that caucus, it's a voice that can be heard to try to help bring all people together one way or another. And that's really what I talked about, you know, last night. For those of you that saw, Alabama's got a painful history, but we've got a very hopeful future. I think our election in December of 2017 shows that the voices that we have are really worth fighting for. It's worth standing up, speaking out, to get into that little good trouble that our friend John Lewis kept talking about. And that's what I've tried to do in the state of Alabama. It's what I've tried to do in the United States Senate. And thanks to Tammy and so many others, I've had a fair amount of success in being able to get some things done. And, you know, people in Alabama recognize that. You know, I've got an opponent right now that literally, he was a football coach at Auburn for a while before he had to resign. And we all know what that means in the world of football. But the fact is, he literally moved to Alabama after the 2018 election because he wanted to have Donald Trump's back. That's his whole campaign theme. I'll always have Donald Trump's back. So he's not even thought past what's going to happen if President Biden is in there and not Donald Trump. But the fact is, I've always got the people of Alabama's back, just like Tammy Baldwin always has your back. That's the key to, I think, a successful campaign. It's why Tammy won again in 2018. Of course, a couple of the staffers that I've got helped her. They're going to help me again as well, and I appreciate that very much. But that's what the people in the various states look for, somebody that's going to look out for them. And so as I've gone forward in this campaign, we've talked about the military, because I am on armed services, and Alabama gets a lot of federal dollars. We do a lot in Alabama to support our nation's military. I got a seat on the HELP committee in which we're dealing with this pandemic, and we started dealing with it early on. I've been a real strong advocate for maternal health care and infant mortality. I've been in Alabama, well, ours one of the states, and I think Wisconsin's in the same boat, that did not expand Medicaid. And, you know, I have been a vocal proponent of the state expanding Medicaid, and have been hoping against hope, really, that Republicans would see the light and help us give states like ours the incentives to expand Medicaid. I think Alabama would do it now. But it's that kind of voice, I think, that people have been looking for. They want not just the authenticity, but they want somebody that's got their back. We're going to stand up. This really is one of unity. I just got it off an NPR, the 1A show. And I talked about the fact that what you saw last night with our convention was when you see on Bernie Sanders on one end and John Kasich on the other, with me and Amy and Jim Clyburn and Gretchen Whitmer in the middle. And of course, there's America's favorite rock star, Michelle Obama. That's just she's just on a different planet when it comes to messaging and her sincerity. But what you saw are the diverse voices of America. That's what our party stands for. And it's the same in Alabama. We've got the same kind of diversity in the state. Demographically, we're changing. And so it's so nice to be able to talk to folks in Wisconsin, to let folks know that while Alabama has been conservative and red in the last few years, times are a change in the South. And there's a lot of movement, and making the investments that we've been making in the South with me, with the races that we've got going on in Georgia, in South Carolina, in North Carolina, in Mississippi. Those are going to be the races that help it's going to help define America for a long, long time. I've told people here in the state, I'm unabashed to say, you know, folks, so many of our nation's divisions started in the South, and we can be the place where healing starts as well. And I think we're doing that. We've seen it after George Floyd's death. We're seeing it on the floor of the Senate. And so I'm just happy to be here with you, to talk to you, to give you, you know, look, it is all about our get out the vote effort. And there is no state more important in this presidential race than Wisconsin. We all know it. It is not unsaid. It is not unspoken. We're screaming it from the rooftops. We got to get our votes out. We got to make sure that people understand the significance and that elections have consequences. Getting our folks out makes a difference, and it's going to help me. I'm so excited about my friend Joe Biden, I've known for 40 years, and my other good friend, Kamala Harris. I got tickled the other day when she was there, because every time I see Kamala, her intro to me is always, "Hey, buddy." And that is just who she is. She's also that unifier and that voice, and has that diverse voice across this country that is going to bring people together. So I'm happy to hang on for a few minutes, Tammy. I love being with you guys. I just wish and hope at some point we can all get together and be there in person and do those kind of things we're supposed to at a convention. But I'm really happy with the way things are going right now. So thank you. And I guess because I'm an election after Tammy's intro, I need to conclude by saying I'm Doug Jones and I approve this message. So thank you. Thank you all so very much.